Hey guys, this profile pop-up is for Todd. Nice picture there, smiling, looking forward, professional attire, very inviting. I love the picture. Now your background, once people get to your profile, the background, I've seen this, it's a stock photo background or picture background that you can get. Not really a picture, it's on Canva. You can get this and actually customize it. I would highly recommend customizing it because even on the mobile app like we're showing here, you know, things are getting cut off. This light bulb idea, it just doesn't quite fit, and you can actually customize. If you'd like a version of this that has just 3 areas instead of the 4, so it's a little bit less busy, let me know. I'd be glad to send it to you. Also, let's see here. If we back up a second, now if I knew your name and I actually put it in and I searched for you, I get a little bit more information you see here, right? But what I want you to realize is, even if I don't and I start typing in Todd Drain, so obviously there's a whole bunch of Todds, but once I get to know your name is nice and short, picture is great, it's zoomed in, I can actually make it out and realize, yep, that's the guy Todd I want to talk to. But it says nonprofit leadership and man, so I get 4 or 5 words here. You know, you're actually getting a lot of words in, but my overall first impression is I'm not quite sure what you do with the headline. What is it you can do for me is more the perspective I'm looking for. And then when I come in here to the About section, notice on the app, all we get, it gets cut off with just your contact info. My immediate question is, why should I contact you? Give me a good reason. And then you start saying, I can assist the development of your organization to drive growth, core competencies, that's good, technical skills, that's good. I want to see those accomplishments. I want to know, and like you say here, what can you expect from me? I want to know that up front. You know, it's a little bit of the cart before the horse, in my opinion. Don't necessarily tell me how to contact you before I understand what you can do for me. That's my challenge, and I know a lot of people do this. They put the contact information first, but with you putting contact info, the phone, and an email, and then having a new line, you saw what happened. That's all we got. Whereas you could have up to 3 or 4 lines, even on this short version that we see here. So I would really highlight the accomplishments that you've done, so that people realize in the past what you've done. More importantly, if you can do it, this is the kind of stuff I can do for you, is the type of framing that I would love to see. Now, getting into another theme here that I'm seeing on both in the headline and in general, and especially here in the current position. Now, you're using hashtag O&O, which is fine. Realize some recruiters like it, some recruiters don't. And what the benefit of this is, though, is if you're no longer working in this past position since August, that's great because you always want to have that current position. Also, these words that you're putting in here in the current job title, as well as the current company, are huge for SEO. They are probably the most important thing on LinkedIn to being found. Okay, it is huge, guys. So if you are saying project management, you're not going to get found for project manager. You almost want it to be more the title rather than the skill. You're showing skills, fundraising. Are you a fundraiser or are you doing fundraising? You need to show the actual title. And then again, it's kind of that same theme, right? 5 reasons you would hire me. Don't make me have to read all that. Try to summarize all this and do it right there before I even had to click or tap and open up more. It's like I can do, you know, I'm a strategic thinker, I change, I'm a great communicator, but what's the result? Again, I need to see the result. It's one of the biggest things that I like to see so that it draws me in. Here I'm looking, you know, you did SEO, SEM, getting a bunch of different clients, realized up to 20% top line growth. I love that right there. It's like, oh, you did? How did you do that? How could you do that for me? That's my thinking, okay? Anyway, I've gone 4 minutes. That's enough on that. I'm glad I could go on and on, but I'm just glancing at some other things here. I do want to take a look at, one last thing, scrolling on here, because again, guys, remember, you have seconds, and if you stuck with me this long, 4 minutes, I bet most of you already dropped off. This is the whole point, right? And I'm always trying to get these things down to be nice and concise. You've got the 50 skills here, that's great. You've got 4 recommendations, that's great. If you've got snippets there that are really good, try to get that up in your About section. I would add a hyphen between Todd and Drain and check your Google search result and see how you're doing, just like you have here. You show it here, put a dash there, and it would match up with everything, and it's a, you know, Todd dash. But otherwise, everything's looking good. You turned off the competition, and I know you've been engaging with these profile pop-ups, and I appreciate that, Todd. Hope that helped. Let me know more comments below. Thanks so much.